Peter circled the house and counted the odd, mismatched windows. After losing count, he backed up almost 100 feet to try and see that crazy balcony on the roof again. Psst, somebody said behind him. Peter whirled around. About 20 feet away sat a run-down fence made of graying logs and wood posts that were nearly swallowed by weeds. Behind the fence slouched a pale little kid with sunburned cheeks and a blonde crew cut. He had on a dirty shirt with yellow, orange, and red stripes, and he wore barely tied high-top tennis shoes. Bony knees stuck out of his oversized shorts, which were cinched tight with an old brown belt. The kid nodded once. "What up?" Peter raised a hand and waved tentatively. "You moving in?" the kid asked. Peter nodded. "Yeah." "That your granddad?" "Yeah." The kid shook his head like he pitied Peter. "He's crazy, man." Peter smiled a little. "Yeah, he sure seems like it." "Pfft, he doesn't just seem crazy, he is crazy. I watch the windows up there sometimes at night, like 2 or 3 in the morning after the Midnight Monster Marathon is over. Lights all over the place, floating from room to room. Creepy. You want a piece of gum?" The kid produced a grubby pack out of his pocket. "What the heck?" Peter walked over and was about to take a piece. "Sorry if the wrapper's sweaty. It's been in my pants," the kid said. "Ew." Peter hesitated, then took it anyway. Thanks. I'm Peter." The kid stuck out his hand through the rails in the fence. "Dill." Peter's eyebrows shot up. "Dill?" The kid glared. "No jokes about pickles. I heard 'em all. I'm sick of 'em. I don't want to hear 'em. Got it?" Peter shook his head. "I wasn't going to say any pickle jokes." Dill relaxed. "Good. How old are you?" 9.5. "Ha! I'm almost 10. My birthday's November. I could beat you up." Peter looked down at Dill. Peter was a half a foot taller and probably 20 pounds heavier. "Yeah, right." "But don't worry, I won't," Dill reassured him. "I'm just saying. But you and me, we could beat up a 20-year-old. Peter frowned. "How do you figure that?" 9.5 plus almost 10 is... Dill paused to count. "Okay, I don't know what that is, but we could definitely beat up a 16-year-old, because together we're older." "Uh-huh." Peter nodded, totally bewildered by Dill's logic. Dill shifted his weight and gazed past Peter's shoulder. You think you can get me inside your house?" Sure, I guess. Why?" "I want to see inside, but he can't know about it, okay?" "Your dad?" "Well, him too, but I meant your grandfather." "Why?" Dill bit his lip. "There was an accident." "Uh-huh." "I kind of lit his garden on fire last year," Dill explained. "What?" "It was an accident. I was trying to scare something out of there. Didn't work so good." A thrill of fear gripped Peter's chest. "Scare what out?" Dill looked to the right and the left, as though he were afraid of who might be listening. "There's something weird going on in his garden at night," Dill whispered. "Especially the watermelon patch. That's what I lit on fire. Well, first I lit the corn, but the watermelon patch was right next to it. You ever seen a watermelon explode?" "No." "It's cool." Dill grinned, eyes wide. Then he stopped grinning. "But it's really messy. And loud. You can't exactly hide watermelons exploding." "What were you trying to scare out?" "I don't know exactly. But I can show you tonight." What in the world was Dill talking about? A stray dog? A bear? His voice was way too spooky and low for it to be some normal kind of animal. Peter hesitated, then relented. Okay,
Oi!
boomed an old man's voice. Peter swung around to see Grandfather striding towards him. "Oh, crap," Dill hissed, and shrunk down behind the fence. "Look, meet me out here at 10 o'clock tonight, okay?" "But what—"
I gotta go, man. I gotta go."
Dill scampered off across his yard and raced inside the one-story house. The screen door slammed shut behind him.